Back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing. Please consider sharing the video. And while you're at it, hit that thumbs up button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Be careful down in the comment section of the video. A lot of spam, a lot of scammers. I will never ask you to contact me by WhatsApp or Telegram. I also do not invest money for my subscribers. So please be careful. Don't get yourself scammed. If you want up to 12 free stocks, Webull, it's going to give you up to 12 free stocks when you open a new Webull brokerage account. Put any amount of money in that brokerage account. They're going to give you up to 12 free stocks for just trying out the brokerage app. There's a link down in the description box of this video. Go click on that Webull link. Open up your new Webull account today. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. I'm going to also send you a Webull tutorial video so that you can go ahead and learn how to use the Webull app to start making your paper asset investments. All you got to do is email me and let me know that you've opened the Webull account. You funded the Webull account. And then I'm going to send you that tutorial video. My email address is down in the description box of the video. Go click on that email address and go ahead and send me an email. And I will send you that free Webull tutorial video when you do that. First of all, I want to say again, thank you guys for jumping in here. I appreciate it. I saw you, Molly. I didn't miss you. You were the first one to make a comment, so thank you. You've been rocking with me for a long time, and I certainly appreciate you. Thank you so much for taking your time out of your schedule and joining me this morning for a little bit. Matter of fact, all of y'all. It looks like we got some people coming in here, so that's great. We're going to talk about the American dream today. We're going to talk about that. But before we do, hit that thumbs up for me. If you're popping in, please guys, go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me. It's very important that we hit the thumbs up button so that YouTube can get this content out to more people, so we can help more people get to financial freedom. So if you'll do me that favor, please, a lot of y'all are in here or at least coming in, please go ahead and hit the like button right away so that we can get this video spread out to more people. So thank you for that. So let's go ahead then and dive into this thing about the American dream. But before we do that, let's go ahead and I want to read you something. This is the dictionary's definition of the American dream. And I want to read you guys this. American dream, ideal that the United States is a land of opportunity that allows the possibility of upward mobility, freedom, and equality for people of all classes who work hard and have the will to succeed. That's the definition of American dream. When I was a kid, that's what I was told. Listen here, Richard. Keep your nose clean. Get a good education. Work your tail off. And you can have this American dream. What they didn't tell me was I would have to wait until I was 62 plus in order to have that American dream. And what was that American dream? Basically, Social Security. Social Security check. That basically was the American dream. We want you to work from 18 years old to 62. And in that time frame, that's the price you got to pay in order to get this American dream. Now, a lot of people believe the American dream is what? coming to America and you're having the ability to be able to go from zero to millionaire. That's a definition of American dream as well. But that's not the definition that's in the dictionary. The definition that's in the dictionary doesn't say anything about that. It says what? It says upward mobility. It says freedom. People of all classes work hard and have the will to succeed. I'm of the belief that definition was created by the 1%. That's what I believe. Because again, when I was coming up, nobody taught me how to build wealth. See, you noticed in here it didn't say anything about wealth. Don't say nothing about wealth. Don't say nothing about passive income. Don't say nothing about controlling 100% of your financial power. Didn't say that. It says work hard. And you may have the chance to have upward mobility. You may have the chance to succeed. You may have a chance to own a house with the white picket fence. You may have a chance to retire at 62 or later, and we'll give you a Social Security pension to say thank you for a job well done. That's not the American dream that I want. The American dream that I want to be able to be wealthy. I want to be able to control my own financial power. I want to be able to control 100% of my time. That's the American dream that I want. Why don't they teach me how to do that in school? Why, guys? Well, I'm of the belief they don't teach you how to do. See, 1% of our population, 1% live the American dream. Why? Because they have assets. They have assets that generate income. So they get to do whatever they want to do. They don't have to wait till they're 62. They don't have to wait on a Social Security check. But see, our country, from a financial standpoint, is not set up that way. The way this country is set up is let's tell percent have a whole nother definition of the American dream. That's the 1%'s definition. Assets. Control as many assets as you can. If you do that, you become a 1%er. We're not going to tell the 99% that because, see, we need the 99%. We need them to work. We need them to earn. We need them to take the money that they earn and spend it on things to make us wealthy. That's what we need the 99% for. We do not want to teach them anything about assets. We don't want to teach them anything about passive income. They don't. Because if they do that, that messes it up for them. So this notion of, yeah, okay, land of opportunity. Okay, it is the land of opportunity. Well, why don't they teach us anything about how to take advantage of that opportunity? They don't teach you that in school. They don't teach you how to build wealth. They teach you how to get a job, right? This is my point, guys. America, hey, proud American here. Greatest country in the world. But it also is a country that is controlled by the 1%. And most of its citizens don't even know how to build wealth. They know nothing about wealth. They know nothing about assets that produce income. And that's deliberate, in my opinion, right? Again, upward mobility, freedom. Guys, true freedom is when you own assets that generate income to free you up to do the things that you want to do that are most important to you without you having to worry about how you're going to take care of yourself. That's true freedom. Right? Going to work every day, clocking in to make somebody else wealthy, that's not true freedom. That's not true freedom, guys. It really isn't. True freedom is when you have assets sufficient enough to take care of you. They generate enough income to take care of you. That's true freedom. True freedom is not going to work every day and making somebody else wealthy for the rest of your life until you get to 62 years old and then you get a break. That's not true freedom. Equality for people of all classes. What does that mean? What does equality for all people? What does that mean? I don't think there is equality for all people in our country. And again, guys, I'm not knocking. Listen, I live here. I'm privileged to live here, but it ain't perfect. So for us to sit here and think it's perfect, what are you talking about? It's perfect. No, it's not. It's not perfect. There is not equality for all people. Let's just keep it 100, right? There is not equality for all people, in my opinion. That's my opinion. You may disagree, and that's okay. But my opinion is there's not equality. Now, maybe we want people to think there's equality, but it isn't. How does that affect us when it comes to building wealth? Right? How does it affect us when it comes to building wealth? How does not being on an equal playing field as everybody else affect us when it comes to building wealth? Well, here's the deal. There's a part of our history in this country where we oppressed people. And there was one class of people who prospered. There was another class of people who didn't prosper. That's not equality, guys. Now, we may strive for that and tell people that's what we want to do in today's America. But the history of America doesn't line up with equality for all people. It doesn't. So here's the situation. If you want equality, you're going to have to go out there and build assets and get it. Whoever controls the money controls the power. It's great that we got these words here that say this is the American dream, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's what we're living, right? Let's go a step further. Work hard. That's another part of the definition for the American dream. Work hard. What does that mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means get you a job and work your butt off to make somebody else wealthy. And hopefully, when you get to 62, there's a Social Security check waiting on you. That's what I believe it means. Because nowhere along the way did anyone say, hey, the number one thing for you guys, all of y'all, is to build wealth. Nobody told me that in elementary school. Nobody told me that in middle school. Nobody told me that in high school. Nobody told me that in college. All through school, guys, no one ever taught me how to build wealth. So what they did teach me how to do was to work hard through a job. Wonder why? I wonder why teaching me how to find a job was more important than teaching me how to build wealth and control my own financial destiny, because they don't want you controlling your own financial destiny. The 1% does not want you to control your own financial destiny. That's why they don't teach you how to build wealth. Right? They don't, because they don't want you to know how to build wealth. They want you chasing their definition of the American dream, which is work hard. Last part of it, and have the will to succeed. See how they throw that in there? We want you not only to work hard, but we want you to be the best you can be at working hard. The will to succeed. We want you to be the very best you can be at working hard to make us wealthy. That's the definition. of the American dream. And again, if you believe that's the definition for you, then hey, more power to you. But for me, that's not my definition of the American dream. My definition of the American dream is anybody who can learn how to live on less than what they make, can live on a plan, a personal budget, stay out of consumer debt, and learn how to save and invest. That's the American dream I'm chasing. And that's the American dream I want you to consider chasing. Not that one. That one right there is constructed by the 1% to keep you working for the rest of your life. And again, guys, I'm telling you that's my definition of what they're trying to do here. Now, if you want to go down that path, which most of Americans are going down that path, and that's evident by where we sit right now, our financial condition in this country. Our financial condition in this country is at an all-time low. It's at an all-time low, guys. We're the richest and most prosperous country in the world. Think about this one. Think about this. We are the richest, most wealthiest, most prosperous country in the world. But yet and still, 62% of our 62% of people live paycheck to paycheck. 100 million people don't have any money in retirement savings. $1.3 trillion in credit card debt. $1.6 trillion in student loan debt. $1.5 trillion in automobile loan debt. But you're trying to tell me you're trying to teach people how to prosper. That's not prospering, guys. I'm not sure what kind of prospering you're used to, but being strangled with debt is not prospering. And that's the 99%. The 1% is prospering, right? So you better wake up and smell the coffee. The 1% does not have your best interest at heart. The 1% has their best interest at heart. That's the reason why they come up with this definition right here. To make people okay with busting their butt, working hard on jobs every single day, sacrificing their family, sacrificing their health, to do what? Make the 1% wealthier. And the reason you're making the 1% wealthier is because you don't know any better. You're programmed from birth to believe this. This whole notion of equality for people of all classes. Come on, guys. Are y'all kidding me? And again, nothing's perfect in this world. I get that. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is there is not equality. It's not. Right? It's not. It's not equality, especially not from a financial standpoint. Right? Especially not from a financial standpoint. There is no equality. Equality means everybody shares. Everybody's equal, right? So if there's 100% of wealth in this country, everybody should have equal share of that wealth. That's equality, in my opinion. That's my definition. Inequality is where you have one group of people who have concentrated all the wealth in one group of people. And then you got a group of people down here that basically got no wealth. And I know we got a lot of black folks watching this video. FYI, that would be black people down there at the bottom. See, you got a group of people up here with all the wealth, and then you got a group down here with no wealth. That would be black people. We're at the bottom of the financial totem pole. We control 4%. 4% of the wealth in this country. But yet and still, our ancestors, all the way to current day, we built this country. And all we have is 4% of the wealth. We built the whole country. We helped build this whole country. Right? So my point here is not to make this just about black people. It's all people. Unfortunately, black people are at the bottom of all people. So I have to make sure I address that because I'm black, right? But really, it's about all people. It's about the 99%, and it's about the 1%. The 1% has brainwashed you. They use definitions like this to brainwash you. America as a whole, the idea of America is amazing, but it's an idea. It's just like they started off here in this sentence right here. Ideal that the United States is a land of opportunity. See, idea, the idea of it, that doesn't mean it's reality, guys. That's what that means, idea. It's an idea, doesn't mean it's reality. We know it's not reality. I know it's not reality, but that doesn't mean we can't make it reality. But the 1% ain't gonna help us make it reality. We gotta make it reality. If we want to do what? Upward mobility, freedom, equality for all people, we gotta control that, not the 1%, the 99%. See, the 99% can make it equal for all people if we just wanted to. If we unhook ourselves from the puppet masters. See, we got puppet masters in this country, and they just move us wherever they want to move us, right? They pit us against each other, right? They pit us against, that's all designed, guys, by the puppet masters. The 1% are the puppet masters. They pit us against each other, right? One race against the other. One man against woman. They just pit us against each other. Why? They want to keep us confused. They want to keep us from not focusing on the real things we should be focusing on. They want us discombobulated. They want us confused, afraid, scared, because that's the only way they can control us. They're puppet masters. This definition right here that they want you to believe, you notice they put idea in front of it though. See, idea. Idea is not reality. Idea is like we want them to think that's what they get, but in actuality, that ain't what they get. That's what idea means, right? Just like if I have an idea to start a business, it's an idea. It's not a business. It's just an idea I have. Same with this. This notion of American dream is an idea, guys. It's right there in the definition. Go look it up yourself. The first word they start with is idea. The American dream is an idea. See, if we get people to believe in an idea, they will work their butt off till they can't work no more and keep us wealthy. See, idea. But the good news is the 99%, you and I, we can turn that idea into reality, right? We can turn that idea. Let's turn this idea. Let's turn the United States into a land of opportunity, a real land of opportunity for everybody. Not just the 1%. We need a land of opportunity for everybody. Anybody that comes to this country and wants to participate and wants to build wealth, they should be able to. Right? But we got to control that. 1% ain't going to let them. We know that, right? They want you to believe in the idea, but they don't actually want you to do any of this or achieve any of this. It's an idea. It's an idea. Upward mobility, again, upward mobility. What the hell does that mean? Oh, I can continue to climb the ranks and keep working for you, keep working for you. You give me a quarter raise every year. I get a 50-cent raise. I get a 75-cent raise. That's upward mobility now. I'm going to give you 25 cents more an hour. I'm going to give you 50 cents more an hour. What are you talking about? I gave you $1 more an hour. You're climbing the ladder. Problem is you never get to the top of the ladder. That's the problem. See, that's the problem. That's the trick. Oh, I'm climbing the corporate ladder, but you never get to the top of the ladder. That ain't upward mobility. That's appeasing you. That's tricking you. That's keeping you in the position you're in so they can keep draining you out of every resource you have. Upward mobility is about you taking control of your financial power. That's upward mobility. Taking control of your financial power means stop letting somebody else control your financial power. I don't care if they gave you a quarter raise, they gave you a 50-cent raise, they gave me a 3% raise. Who cares? That ain't wealth. That's a trap to keep you working for them, making them rich. And if you don't build some assets that generate passive income, you're going to do that for the rest of your life. Freedom. That's another idea. See, idea. Freedom is an idea. Because they know you can't get free unless you have assets, guys. Unless you own assets that generate income, there is no free. There is no real freedom in your life. It's not. You working for somebody, going in, giving them 8 hours, and they giving you a paycheck is not freedom. Freedom is when your assets generate the income. That's freedom. Freedom is what? I get up in the morning, I get to do whatever I want to do. I don't get up in the morning and do what somebody else tells me I got to do. That ain't freedom. Freedom is when I control 100% of my time. That's freedom. If somebody else controls my time, that's not freedom. Okay, I get up in the morning, I brush my teeth, I eat me a little breakfast. Okay, honey, I'm out the door. See you this afternoon. Boop, I come back at 6 o'clock. That's freedom? That ain't no freedom, man. That's the trap. That's the trap. See, they want you to think that's freedom, but that ain't freedom. The freedom is what they have because they get to do whatever they want to do, wake up when they want to wake up. They get to do whatever they want to do. Why? Because they got you out there producing for them. They got you out there selling their widgets. They got you out there, servicing their product that they've sold somebody. It's not freedom. Freedom is when you control 100% of your time, guys. That's freedom. That's true freedom. They don't want you to have that, but you can, right? Let's move on here. Again, back to this equality for people of all classes. I've already told you that. That's definitely not what's happening here. No, that's not happening here. There is no equality yet. We can make it equality. And I'm just talking from a financial standpoint, guys. There are many different types of equality, right? I'm focusing on what? Financial. There is no financial equality in this country. It's not. Like I told you, there's one group of people who control 99% of the wealth. And then you got 99% of the people that control 1% of the wealth. So 1% controls 99, 99% controls 1%. Is that equality, guys? But again, this is just an idea. This ain't fact. They never said this is happening. They just told you this is the idea of American dream. This is what we want you to believe, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen because it ain't happening. That equality for all people, no. All classes of people, no. No, because if it was equality for all classes of people, you wouldn't have low income, middle income, upper middle income, and then rich, wealthy. You wouldn't have that if there were equal classes. It would just be, everybody would be equal. Am I right or wrong? I mean, y'all, that's what it says. It says equality for people of all classes. But it's not. It's not. It's not equal. And that's a problem. That's a problem. But see, unless we as the 99% come together and let these puppet masters know we're not taking it anymore, we're not doing this anymore. We're going to recreate our own definition of the American dream, because I believe the America, the country, the 99% are great. See, we make up this country, guys, not the 1%. They control the country, but they don't make it up. We make it up. We make this thing go. The 99% makes America great. It makes America go. Problem is, even though we make it go, we don't get to enjoy any of the real financial benefits from it, though. The 1% reserve that for them, the puppet masters. So as the 99%, it's our country. Let's really make it for everybody. Let's really level the playing field for all of us. Let's really have true equality. But we have to control that. The 1%, the puppet masters, aren't going to let that happen, because that weakens their financial position if they allow us to learn about assets. If they allow us to learn how this real financial system in this country works. If they allow us to share in the wealth. They don't want us to share in the wealth. They want us to be what? Believe in the idea, but they don't actually want us to have any of it. See what I'm saying? And then here we go. The will to succeed. The will to succeed. What is success? What is your definition of success? See, my definition of success is controlling 100% of my time. My definition of success is having enough assets that generate enough passive income to take care of my lifestyle. That's my success. All the rest of this stuff, the 1%, the puppet masters are trying to trick you into thinking that I don't care about any of that. All I care about is, do I control 100% of my time, where I get to do whatever I want to do? And do I have enough assets to generate enough income to take care of that lifestyle? That's it. That's success for me. It's not, oh, I'm the #1 person on the leaderboard and I'm going to stay 5 hours extra this week so I can make sure I get that leaderboard award. I'm not sure why you're doing all that. That's the 1% tricking you. You're just making them rich. I mean, for me, that's not success. Success, like I told you, is what I just gave you my definition. Now, your definition might be different. But my definition of success does not include the 1%. It doesn't include them. It doesn't include our puppet masters. It does not include them. It does not include me trying to be #1 on their leaderboard to make them more money. That doesn't, No, it doesn't. I don't want no awards from them. I don't want no attaboys from them. I don't want no pat on the backs from them. What I want is true freedom. What I want is true equality. And the only way you get that is if the 99% decide that's what they want to. As long as they got us fighting amongst each other, they know we'll never galvanize and come together and really make this country into what it really should be. They know that. But see, listen, man, it doesn't benefit the 1% for this country to be everybody on the equal playing field. Why would they want you on their playing field? They don't. They want you to have the idea you can get on their playing field. But in actuality, they don't want you on their playing field. They don't. So all I can tell you is you better understand that. And you better put a plan together to get yourself to a point where you control 100% of your time. And you control your own financial power. And you only get to do that, guys, through assets. So over these next couple of years, if you've been following this channel for any period of time, over these next couple of years, you better learn how to tune out the 1% and the puppet masters. Because they're going to come at you on mainstream media. They're going to come at you on the social media platforms. They're going to come at you through radio. They're going to come at you through email. They're going to come at you every possible way, trying to pitch you on their definition of the American dream. When they know good doggone well, they do not want you to have this at all. Not the way we want it. That's why they put idea in front of it. American dream. ideal that the United States, see, the idea that the United States is all of this. They just want to sell you on the idea. See, when people come in from other countries, they come here because of that idea. When they come here, they come because of that idea. That doesn't mean it's reality. I keep telling y'all that they're two separate things. Now, that doesn't mean you can't come here based on that idea and get your butt here and quickly understand that, oh, these guys, these puppet masters, these 1% really don't want me to be wealthy. They really want me to be dependent and not independent. They really want me to be broke and dependent, not wealthy and independent. So I'm going to have to do what? I'm going to have to turn off their definition of American dream and create my own definition of American dream and go out here and get it. Because if I stay under their definition of American dream, I'm going to work until I close my eyes for the last time. I'm telling you, that is what the 1% want you to do. Again, how do I reprogram myself in order to put myself on my own American dream pathway? Right? That's what you should be asking yourself. How do I reprogram myself? How do I get out of their definition and create my own definition? See, I created my own definition, but I had to reprogram myself before I could create my own definition. Again, my definition of the American dream is controlling 100% of my time and controlling my own financial power. And the only way I do that is through assets. So what do you have to do? You got to take the money that you earn and you got to keep it. And then the amount that you keep, you got to multiply it through investments. That's what you got to do, guys. Now, I know that seems easy, but it's not. It's not easy because the 1%, they're going to throw curveballs at you. They're going to have potholes out there for you, right? They're going to do all kind of stuff to prevent you from building wealth. Y'all got one coming up right now in a couple days, Black Friday. That's a curveball they're throwing at you right now, and you don't even know it, to prevent you from building wealth, because they know the 99% get their value, at least some of us, we get our value from buying things. We get our self-worth from buying things, right? That makes us feel better for buying things. They know that. So what do? They come at you every angle, everywhere you turn. Black Friday, 25% off, 30% off, 50% off. All a smoke screen. Ain't none of that crap 50% off. Ain't none of that crap 30% off. But see, that's the psychology that they use against you. You think you're getting a deal when in actuality, you're not. These people pay pennies for this stuff that they marking up 500, 600,000% and selling you, but you think you're getting a discount because they send you an email that says you're getting 25% off at Kohl's. Come on, guys. Y'all got to get out of this. We got to stop this. This is manipulation at its best. We're around here with $1.3 trillion in credit card debt. We're around here with 62% of people living paycheck to paycheck. We're around here with 100 million people don't even have any retirement savings, but yet and still we're amping up and gonna have the biggest, most expensive Black Friday probably in history. What is this? Is that the American dream? Is the American dream for you to be in debt up to your eyeballs? Is the American dream? Listen, guys, we gotta change. We got to change this. And you got an opportunity to start now and reprogram yourself. I keep telling y'all, don't let this Black Friday thing get you. Don't fall into the trap, guys. And why they call it Black Friday anyways? I mean, why can't it be Yellow Friday? Purple Friday? You know? Pink Friday? Why got to be Black Friday? If you know anything about finances, you'll know why they call it Black Friday. Here's the deal. See, when you got a business, right, and your business is a good business and your income is more than your expenses, you got money left over. And that money that's left over is called what? Profit. And another name for profit is when you're operating your business and it's doing great and you're making money. Another word they have for that is you're in the black. See, when you're in the black, that means you're profitable. You're doing well. You got money. When you're in the red, that means you're not doing well. You don't got no money. You're about to go bankrupt. That's why they call it Black Friday, in my opinion. Now, y'all might have a different definition out there, but I think they call it Black Friday because guess what? They know it's going to be really profitable for them, and they're going to operate in the black. So they call it Black Friday because that's when a lot of these retail businesses, guys, make their money. Especially, like I said, especially Christmas-oriented type businesses. They operate in the black because they're going to make so much money off of y'all. Go do a little bit of research on businesses and how different terminology they use for businesses that don't operate at a profit, but operate at a loss. If you operate your business at a loss, you're operating in the red. Red means bad, right? If you're operating at a profit, you're operating in the black. So I think they call it Black Friday because they know they finna make a killing off y'all. They're gonna make a lot of money and they're gonna operate in the black. So therefore, AKA Black Friday. And y'all gonna fall right into the trap. Gonna be up 3 o'clock in the morning at Walmart trying to buy 5 big screen TVs, just like they want you to. Yep, that's your American dream. There's your American dream right there. Yep. You fall right into the American dream trap. Gonna be right out there at Walmart or Kohl's or one of these other places trying to buy big screen TVs or trying to buy something. And here's the crazy part. We ain't in line to try to buy one of them. We're in line to try to buy all 10 of them and then get in there and go to fighting with people because they don't want us to get 10. We in there fighting, acting a fool. This is just ridiculous, man. I mean, like, these people got y'all so brainwashed. It is just ridiculous. I'm like, what? I wish I would be caught somewhere in somebody's line on Friday trying to buy something that I don't need to make somebody else wealthy. Come on, guys. We got to stop this. But see, this is the definition they got for you for American Dream. This is the idea of American Dream. Right there. This is their definition for you. My recommendation is you better try to form your own definition. Sitting around here being manipulated by your puppet masters. Stop. Create your own definition. My definition is simple, just like I told you. I want to control 100% of my time. And I want to control my own financial power. And the only way I do that is through assets. And I told you the 4 financial principles you need to adapt to start the process of reprogramming yourself. Live on less than what you make. Live on a plan. Stay out of consumer debt. That means Black Friday. Stay away from it. And then save and invest. You do those 4 things consistently over time, you will create your own definition for the American dream. You will create your own definition. We all should have our own independent definition of American dream, guys. You really should. And if that definition doesn't include you controlling 100% of your time, if it does not include you controlling your own financial power, then you need to rethink your definition. You're still being what? Controlled by the 1%. You're still being controlled by the 1%. Don't be controlled by the 1% for the rest of your life, guys. That Social Security check they're promising you is not going to be enough to take care of you. You're lucky if you get a couple $1,000s a month. That's not going to be enough to take care of you in the golden years. It's not. It was never meant to take care of you anyways. Go do some research on Social Security. It was never meant to be your primary income when you get to the golden years. It's supplemental income. It's in addition to whatever you've created. See, notice in their definition, don't say anything about creating wealth. It don't say anything about controlling 100% of your time. It don't say nothing about controlling your own financial power. Nowhere in here does it say that, guys. It doesn't say it. What it does say is we want you to get a job. We want to work you till you can't work no more, right? We want you to take pride in making us rich. They want to trick you into thinking everybody has an equal opportunity in this country when you know that ain't true. I don't know why they put that in there. That ain't even close to being true. I mean, it ain't even close. Oh, equality for people of all classes who work hard. You see how they threw that in there? Who work hard. So for those of y'all out there that don't want to work hard, they ain't talking about y'all. They are not including y'all in anything. They only want people who want to work hard. That's included in their definition. They don't want me in their definition because I ain't working hard. I'm not working hard for them. So I'm not part of that because I'm not working hard for them. I'm also not part of it because I know all people in this country aren't equal in the financial arena. They're not. Not even close. Not even close. So again, it's a great idea, but it doesn't mean it's reality. You got to go out and create your own reality. The 1% have created their reality. Their reality is this. We're going to take the 99% and we're going to work them until we can't work them no more. We're going to trick them into spending their money to make us wealthy. That's the key. That's what we're going to do, and we're going to continue doing it to the ends of time. Because we know most of them are confused. They fight with each other. They worried about all the wrong stuff, right? They ain't worried about building wealth. They're more worried about whoever they put in the White House. Like, put who you, and again, you don't put anybody in the White House. That's another trick of the 1%. Y'all think we put somebody in the White House. No, you don't. No, you don't. How many times has a candidate won the general election? I'm talking about had the popular, they had the people's vote, but they didn't get into the White House. The Electoral College stepped over that and picked somebody else. That's in our history, guys. You don't control it. Now, it's nice to think we do. Again, that's back to this American dream thing, thinking, well, let's let the people think they control it. And guess what we'll do? We'll get out here in the middle of the street and fight each other about our candidates. We'll fight to the death. We'll try to take over the whole country. And we don't control none of that. None of it. 1% do. They control all the money, so they control all the power, guys. See, they go together. Whoever controls the money controls the power. If we don't control no money, we don't control no power. Right? If we don't control the money, we don't control the power. So you got to remember that. You got to think about that. And again, guys, these are all my opinions. And again, I'm here from a financial standpoint. I'm telling you from a financial standpoint what I believe you should be thinking about if you want to get yourself to financial freedom and control 100% of your time and control your own financial power. That's my opinion. You don't have to agree. I'm just giving you my opinion. But I think my opinion is valid. Now, if you don't believe in that, that's okay. That's okay. Your opinion can stay wherever it is. I'm okay with that. But I know my opinion was when I was in the rat race, when I was on the hamster wheel, I understood that I was trading time for money to make someone else wealthy. But I also understood I could take my money and I controlled what I did with it. Although I had to trade time for money and I had to make somebody else wealthy, I still had the ability to take my income, discipline myself, become consistent, become patient, redirect my dollars, not for Black Friday, but redirect my dollars and put them in assets like real estate for income, like paper assets in the stock market, like a business. See, I was able to reprogram myself, take that income, and over a period of time, build assets where now I get to control my own financial destiny. I get to control my own time. All I'm telling you is you can do that too. I love America. It's the greatest country on the planet. I would not choose to live anywhere else. So this is not about America. This is about the 1% manipulating the 99%. Because I know we'll get people in here, oh, this guy hates America. See, this is what I'm talking about. See, they want us to fight each other. They want you to come in here and fight me. I fight you. We pick at each other. Oh, you like America. Confusing you and keeping you off the real issue. The real issue is do you have the ability to take care of yourself if them people decide to not pay you? See, that's the real issue. But you don't want to concentrate on that. You want to concentrate on, oh, this guy said this. This gal said that. That's what we want to concentrate on in 99%. We want to be down here in the weeds, fighting with each other, protecting the 1%. Do you really, guys, come on, man. Do you really think whoever y'all put in the White House, they're going to come and knock on your door, have a cup of tea with you, and discuss your issues? Absolutely not. But yet and still, we will fight to the death, defending whoever our opponent is, or whoever our candidate is. We will fight to the death, which in my opinion is just sad. It's just sad. We have to stop this. We have to focus on building wealth because that's the only thing protects us in the event we're not able to work and take care of ourselves. The 1% ain't gonna take care of you. They're not. Your employer who you trying to get on the top of the leaderboard for, they're gonna take care of you. As soon as you can't do anything to make them money, they're gonna give you a little 2-week paycheck and tell you to get out of there. If they give you that, you better build some assets to be able to protect yourself and take care of yourself. That's my recommendation to you. That's what I've done, and that's what I continue to do. See, I'm in a situation where I ain't got to worry about any of that. I can stay in my little world, do my thing, enjoy my life, not have to worry about the 1%, not have to worry about the propaganda, because I understand it's all propaganda. I understand this is how the system is set up, guys. The system is set up for 1% of the population to control 99% of the wealth. That's the way the system is set up. That doesn't mean it's a bad country. I love America. I'm a proud American, but it's also a country that does have some problems. Let's recognize that. Let's not try to hide behind like we don't have no problems here in the United States. We do. Oh, everybody else out there in the world has problems, but America's perfect. We don't have any problems. Yeah, we do. We got some problems. This whole thing of equality for all people who want to work hard, I don't know what that means. What do you mean equality for all people that want to work hard? No, it should just be equality for all people. That's it. Let's share the financial wealth with all people. Let's give everybody an opportunity to build wealth. Let's teach them in pre-K how to build wealth. Let's teach them. Stop using the educational system to keep people poor and broke. That's what we do. We use our educational system to keep people poor and keep people broke. Come on now. We got to stop this. But they ain't going to stop it. You got to stop it. We got to stop it. 1% ain't going to stop it. Why in the world is everything escalating? Insurance is escalating. Healthcare is escalating. Why all this stuff escalating? Oh, it's inflation. Listen, man. It's increasing because they can increase it. They use inflation as an excuse to increase it. That's all. They trick y'all, yeah, we're inflation, yeah, but they use that. They use inflation to escalate all this stuff. Insurance, whether it be healthcare, automobile, home, business, all insurance is just double, especially down here in Southwest Florida and in the state of Florida as a whole because of these hurricanes we've had. But they'll hide behind that. I talked to my insurance agent from Allstate, and I'm like, well, why in the world y'all jacking up my coverage, every single 6 months? Well, we can't control that. Well, who controls it? I mean, you the insurance company. You. What do you mean you can't control it? You are the insurance company. Who controls it? Oh, I get it. The 1% control it. I got you. I got you. That's what she really wanted to say. She really wanted to say the 1% control it. Because I'm not sure how in the world you can't control if you increase your policy premiums or not. And you're the company. You own the company. You're the company. It's just ridiculous, right? But what are we to do as the 99%? Now, if I didn't have a level of wealth and a level of income to be able to absorb all of these extra costs, I'd be up, you know what creek. Thank goodness I have spent the last 25 years of my life creating my own American dream. And I am able to afford it. But there are 99% of the people out there who can't afford it. You got people here in the state of Florida that don't even have insurance on their home because they can't afford it. They can't even afford to get property insurance. They can't even afford to get flood insurance. Can't. Flood insurance premium is more than the property taxes. Right? So what do? What do you choose? Okay, I pay this exorbitant amount of insurance for my house, or I feed my family. But you're going to tell me you can't help that the premiums keep increasing. I mean, are you kidding me? You can't help that the premiums keep increasing every single month when you own the company. But yet and still, you take my premiums every single month like clockwork. But see, that is the 1%. That's how they work, guys. They allow these insurance companies, they allow these big companies to do whatever they want to do. They jack up the premiums, but yet and still, when it's time to pay out a claim, they throw everything at the kitchen sink at you to prevent getting you to pay out. But yet and still, yet and still, equality for all people of all classes who work hard. I don't know. I guarantee you, the increases in your insurance, the increases in whatever you have to pay to live is going to keep increasing, but I guarantee you your wages will not keep up with those increases. I guarantee you your wages will not keep up with the increases in all the stuff that we got to pay. Medical, insurance on cars, insurance on the house, food, shelter, gas, everything. All of that stuff has skyrocketed, but yet and still, your wage increases have not kept up with it. So how in the world are you going to afford all of it? You can't. That's why some people just elect not to pay some of it. They can't pay it. They can't afford it. Like I said, you pay your homeowner's insurance, or do you feed your family? I pay my flood insurance. Why do I feed my family? But yet and still, that's the American dream. I keep telling y'all guys, you better build you some assets, or this American dream is going to continue to sell away from you. You better build you some assets. I'm telling you guys, build you some assets. Get you some wealth in your life. Take your money and start putting it in assets that build wealth for you. Stop taking your money and buying stuff that make the 1% wealthier. Stop. If you don't, you're going to find yourself in a situation where financially you're going to be in bad shape. Some of us are already financially in bad shape. Some of us already are. We are financially in bad shape. Again, man, I tell you this from experience. I done been down that path. I've been down that path. I've been down the path where I had no net worth. I had bad credit. I had no job. So I know if a simple guy like me can reprogram and then just give himself time through discipline, right? Through consistency, through patience to build wealth, and then get to a point where I built wealth where I can control my own stuff. I know they're going to keep increasing it, so I keep building wealth. That's the American way. They got to increase it. They're going to keep increasing it. You think insurance going to go down? No. It don't go down. It might stabilize for a little bit, but they're going to come up with some other excuse to jack it up in 5 years. They're going to come up with some other excuse. Oh, inflation again. Let's jack it up another. So all I'm telling you is the only way you combat that, you're not going to be able to combat it with just your wages. Your wages are not going to go up enough to keep up with all this stuff. It's not. So the only way you combat it is you got to build assets that can keep up with that, right? If I'm getting a 7, 8, 9, 10% return on my assets, but I'm getting a 4, 5, 6, 7% increase on all this stuff that I got to buy, I'm in good shape. But if I got this stuff I got to buy 6, 7, 8% increase, and my wage is only increasing by 3% or 4%, I can't keep up. Do the math, guys. You can't keep up. Something got to give. You're going to have to let something go by the wayside. But that's where they want you, because that's where they can control you. They can control you when there's financial chaos in your life. They can control you. And they're telling you right now, you deserve this. You had a tough 2023 and you survived. You deserve this holiday. Enjoy yourself. Go ahead and spend that money on that new purse. Go ahead and spend that money on that whatever, right? Fill in the blank. Go ahead and spend it. You deserve that. We'll worry about it in 2024. It'll be a better year. Propaganda, man. That's manipulation. What they're not telling you is you're not going to get better in 2024 unless you reprogram yourself. Guys, definition of insanity. You continue to do the same thing over and over and over, but you expect a different result. That's insanity. So if I'm continuing to be bad with my money year in and year out, how can I expect a different result than what I'm currently getting? If I want a different result, I got to change up. I got to change something. I got to change something. If I want a different result. If I want a different result in my financial life, I got to change something. I got to reprogram. It's up to you. If not, continue living their definition of the American dream, and you'll continue to get what you've been getting. Keep doing what you're doing, chasing this American dream, and you're going to keep getting exactly what you've been getting. Now, if you want to get something different, you got to do something different. I'm here to tell you can, but it starts with you making a decision. It starts with you making a decision that you're going to live on less than what you make. That's the first step, guys, in reprogramming, is make a decision. I'm going to live on less than what I make. I'm making a decision today. I'm not going to participate in Black Friday in no shape, form, or fashion. I'm not going to participate. Right? I'm not going to participate. Me buying presents and buying things I don't need shouldn't be the way I show that I love someone, by buying them things. That ain't how you show them you love them, guys. Not by buying them things. Right? So don't get caught up in this, ooh, it's the holidays and, I got to do this. No, you don't. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do anything like that. But you got to make the decision today that you want to change something if you want something different in 2024. You got to change something now in order to get different results in 2024. 2024, 2025, 2026 is going to be 3 years where you have the ability to really build yourself some wealth. And again, not their definition of wealth, but your definition. You have 3 years getting ready to start in 2024. The 1%, they've already dropped all the financial breadcrumbs you need to see to follow the trail to success, to wealth. It's going to be happening over these next 3 years. The question is, will you lay the foundation right now, mentally, to prosper and be a part of it? Or will you say, this guy's a nutcase. He's a nutcase. He don't know what he's talking about. He don't know what he's talking about. That's the easy way out. Because that's what the 1% want you to do. They want you to look at me and say, who is this guy? He's a clown. He don't know what he's talking about. I'm good. I'm enjoying my holiday season. I'm going to spend what I want to spend. Hey, I'm good. I got a great job. I ain't got no emergency fund. I got a little credit card debt. Yeah, I'm living a little paycheck to paycheck, but I'm okay. I'm going to do better next year. How in the hell you going to do better next year when you ain't got no plan? You ain't got no plan. Your plan is to do the same crap you did this year, next year, get the same results. So you can pick at me. You can say what you want to say about me. But the people that rock with me know I'm here not to bash our country. I love our country. I'm a proud American. I would not want to live anywhere else in the world other than America. And I know America, we have a history, especially for black folks. We got a history of oppression. And I'm still proud to live here. Because see, no country is perfect. I don't care where you go in this world, there is no perfect country. Every country has its own problems. But that doesn't mean it's not a great country. That's the way I feel about America. I think it's a great country because I think the people are great. I think inherently 99% of the people in this country are great. Yes, do we fall down? Do we make wrong decisions? Do we fight with each other? We do, but I think deep down inside, the majority of people in this country are good. They're good people. They're solid people. Problem is, a lot of us allow the 1% just to manipulate us. We allow them to manipulate us. And all I'm trying to get you to do is think about stopping them from manipulating you. Take control of your own life. Make your own decisions. Don't let somebody tell you what to think. Don't let somebody tell you what to buy. Don't let somebody tell you what your financial freedom should look like. Don't let nobody tell you what your wealth number should be. You should be in control of that. If more of us took control of our own life and stopped trying to control and look at and pick at somebody else's life, we'd be much better off. But that's where the 1% want us. They want us in chaos mode 100% of the time. Because if they can keep us in chaos mode, they can control us. They can control us. Question is, will you take that control back today? Will you start laying the foundational groundwork to take that control back, to take your control back? That's the question. Will you? I hope you do. I hope you decide to do that. I'm going to be here every day that YouTube will allow me. I'm going to be here every day making videos, giving you guys my opinion on financial matters. I'm not going to get into any of this other stuff. It's just financial for me. I'm going to be here every day that I have breath in my body and a sound mind making this content. I hope you join me. I hope you join me. I hope you got something out of this. I hope you don't leave this conversation saying, oh, this guy don't like America. If you leave the conversation saying that, you missed the whole point. Because I love America. I'm a proud American. I'm proud of the people in this country. Even though we're not perfect, we fall short. I fall short. I'm still proud of the people of this country. I would hope more of us take control of our financial situation, though. I would hope more of us take control of 100% of our time. We take control of our financial power. And we do that through buying assets over a period of time. Just continue to be disciplined, taking money every month, putting it into those assets and letting those assets grow. And then at that point, we get a slice of that American dream, American pie. We get a slice of it. We get to create our own definition, and that's okay, guys. We can create our own definition. It's okay. It's okay. What we can't do is be blinded by someone else's definition of the American dream, especially not the 1%, because their definition doesn't include you. Well, it includes you, but it includes you as a worker bee, right? They the queen, you the worker bee. See how the queen just sit around, don't do nothing. She just get all the glory and get all the fruits of the worker bee's labor. That's how it works in a beehive. You got a queen, right? And then you got the worker bees. See, the 1%, they the queen. 99% worker bees. You're the worker bees, right? And guess what? The 99% do everything in their power to make that queen happy. They do everything in their power. I mean, all the way to death. They will do everything in their little life for the queen. Guys, we got to get out of that mentality. See, the 99% of this country, that's what we're doing to the 1%. We're the worker bees. We got to stop being the worker bees. We got to pull out of that. And guess what? We can create our own situation where we can be in our own situation. We won't just be busy creating wealth for the 1%. But if you don't check yourself and have a conversation with yourself and change something, you're going to be part of the worker bee. You're going to be a worker bee all your life. You're going to be a worker bee, and you're never going to get any time as a queen bee, because you're going to be a worker bee for the rest of your life. And I don't want that for you. I decided 25 years ago I wasn't going to be a worker bee for my whole life. I was a worker bee for a while now. Let's don't get it twisted. I was a worker bee. But I'm not a worker bee anymore. See, I got my own kingdom here. I got assets. I got income. Right? I got my own little kingdom. I'm not a worker bee anymore. I don't want you to be a worker bee all your life, doing everything for the one queen bee, the 1%. Don't be a 99% of your whole life just working as a worker bee, guys. Come on now. We gotta figure out a way to stop that. And the way you figure out, reprogram. Live on less than what you make. Live on a plan. Stay out of consumer debt. Save and invest. You do that for a period of years. Keep your head down. Stay disciplined. Stay consistent. Stay patient. You will get to your financial freedom, because I did. That's all I did, guys. I just lived on less than what I made. I refused to live on more than I made. I paid myself first. When I got my money in, the first 10% early on, I paid myself first by investing it. Then I lived my lifestyle. As I got more money coming in, I took 20%. Then I lived my lifestyle. More coming in, I took 30% of my money, invested it in assets first. And then whatever was left, that's what I lived my lifestyle on. Then I went to 40%. Then I went to 50%. I went to 50% of my income first investing. And then the other 50%, that's what I lived on. You can do it. I did it. And I still lived a good life. I lived a good life. Instead of me going out buying a $100,000 car, I just went and bought a $35,000 Ford Expedition. I didn't go buy a $140,000 Range Rover. No, I just bought a regular smegular and just drove it till the wheels fell off of it. And then I got another one. So I wasn't at the bottom of the barrel. I was still living a good life. Instead of taking 5 vacations, maybe we took 1. Instead of going out to eat 10 times a month, maybe we went out twice. Not a bad life, decent life, right? Because I knew if I gave up something in the short term, I'd have everything I want financially in the long term. See, that's my methodology. Give up something in the short term, financial pain in the short term, so that I can have everything I want financially in the long term. That was the trade-off for me. That was my American dream. Right? What's going to be your trade-off? What are you going to give up to get to your American dream? What are you going to give up? to get to your American dream? What are you going to give up? Some of y'all saying, oh, I ain't giving up nothing. I'm good. I hope you are. I hope you are. But for those of you out there that are not good, what are you going to give up? What are you going to give up today? Will you give Black Friday up? If that could get you to freedom, if that could get you to owning 100% of your time or controlling 100% of your time, and also controlling your financial power, would you give up Black Friday? Would you give it up? I hope the answer is yes, Richard. I'm giving it up. I'm starting today. I'm gonna take control of my financial power, and at some point, through assets, I'm gonna control 100% of my time. That's the message, guys. The message is this: you create your own definition for the American dream. Create your own definition. If you do that, I promise you, you won't regret it. When you get to true freedom, that's where life begins, in my opinion. That's where we reach our full potential. See, I don't believe we can reach our full potential if we're not at freedom. Because most of our life is going to be spent doing two things: working for somebody to make them wealthy and sleeping. Those are two things in our life. See, I give 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours to make somebody else wealthy. And then I come home for a couple of hours, and then I go to bed for 5, 6, 7 hours. Most of my day is doing what? Making somebody else wealthy and resting. I can't reach my full potential with that kind of schedule. I will never reach my full potential, what I'm really put here to do. I wasn't put here to be a banker for 25 years and just do that for the rest of my life. That's not why I was put here. I was put here to be able to help people. That was my purpose. That was my passion. But I never could have realized that. I never would have reached my full potential unless I created assets to get me out of the rat race, to get me off the hamster wheel. That's all I'm saying. If you really want to reach your full potential as a human being, you got to be free. You got to be free. You have to be free. Well, all right, guys, hit that thumbs up for me before you tap out of here. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I can't say enough how incredibly lucky I am to have y'all rocking with me. So thank y'all for taking some time out of your day. Hopefully you got something out of it. Hopefully you got a few nuggets that you can work on and start changing your financial life. Remember, we have a great country here, but it's only as great as the people in it, right? It's just rocks, sand, oceans, trees. It's the people inside of this country that makes it great. And 99% of us are those people. We just got to band together. We got to change the way we think about money. And guess what? Create our own American dream definition. And like I said, I'll be here every day to help you guys do that. So hit the thumbs up for me. I really would appreciate it. Share the video if you don't mind. That would be awesome as well. If you want that Webull offer, go down to the description box. You get up to 12 free stocks for just trying out the Webull app, right? You get up to 12 free stocks. Remember, I use Webull every day, guys, and have for almost 3 years, right? It's a great self-directed brokerage app. So try it out. They're gonna give you up to 12 free stocks, but you gotta fund it. And then if you send me an email in the description box as well. If you send me an email, let me know you opened it and funded it. I'll send you a free Webull tutorial video to show you how to use the app. Thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, guys, reprogram yourself. You can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. And I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace.